So let me tell you about some experiments that we've run that test this exact idea. The simplest one, if you're familiar with Orbit and Kayak, probably you've at least been on the websites. You may even have loyalty to one or the other. These are online travel websites. You enter your flight. You want to go here to there. You put in the date. And then they do very different things, interestingly enough. They're actually basically searching the same flights, although they might not want that in their marketing positioning. They're basically kind of looking at the same thing. But they do a very different thing as it's happening. So if you've used Orbit, when you click search, it takes you to a blue screen with a progress bar that slowly fills up. And then when the progress bar fills up, boom, it spits out some flights. On Kayak, on the other hand, when you hit search on Kayak, it shows you an interactive display of what it's doing. And then it basically shows you the exact same flights. Now again, service is exactly the same, more or less. So in the end, you're picking from these 5 flights from United. But the process that the service is showing you it's going through is very, very different in these. So we tested this. We said, this is like the locksmith taking a long time, this sort of searching through flights. Now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. We did this exact thing. We set up our own search website called Travel Finder, which we just completely made up and made a little logo because we thought it was cute. And we do exactly this. We create different versions of the website, and we have people do different searches, and they look for flights. And then we see which service they like better and which one makes them more likely to buy. I'll just show you a couple of the versions that we've made. So first we did a blind, we call it a blind version, where you can't see any of the work that the website is doing for you. And that looks like this. Oops, that's the other one. If they freeze, that's not good. So here's blind. The progress bar in the animation will actually slowly fill up. And then when it's done, you'll see all the flights. Nothing else happens in this version. But in the transparent one, you can see it's doing stuff. So it says we're searching various travel sites, including Midwest Airlines, Orbitz.com. And it's updating the flights as it goes. And then at the end of that, you see the exact same flights. In other words, we're doing the exact same thing at the end. The only thing that differs is that we're showing you the work that we're doing, or we're not showing you the work that we're doing. And what we find is when we do this, it dominates to an extraordinary extent. People love the service that shows them the work that it's doing, much more than they like the one that just shows them a progress bar without telling them what they're doing, even though in the end they get the same flights from LaGuardia to LAX. It's the showing the work that the website's doing that people really respond to. And we compared it to a couple of other things. So you may sometimes when you search online notice that people will give you little marketing things. So while the algorithm is working, we'll try to upsell you on some hotels and things like that in the city you're going to. Maybe a surprise, maybe not. People do not like that. So it's occupying them while they're waiting for the search, but they don't appreciate it because it's just you trying to make more money off of them. Then we tried another one where we actually made it a game. So we designed an interactive game of tic-tac-toe. And while it's looking for your flights, you can play tic-tac-toe against the computer. People love it, actually. Totally love playing tic-tac-toe while they're waiting. But it doesn't make them like the site more. It makes the wait a little bit more tolerable. But it doesn't seem to resonate with them to say, wow, I really, really like this service now. Why? Because it's not related to the service that you're looking for, right? What you want is a search engine that really, really works hard for you. And that's the one that people will prefer. The strongest test that we did was, imagine this. We have you search on 2 different travel websites for the same flights. One of them, when you hit search, it gives you the results instantly. And the other one, when you hit search, it searches for, and we did this for 30 seconds. But it shows you all the airlines it's searching through. Now, you all know very, very well that 30 seconds of waiting online is like 11 days or something like that. I mean, it's an enormously long time. And we did it on purpose to say, how far can we push this? OK, so in one, you click search. Here's your flights. In the other one, you click search. 30 seconds of now we're looking through this, now we're looking through this, now we're looking through this. And we asked people at the end, which of these services will you use again in the future? 75 to 80% picked the one that made them wait. They really, really like the one that made them wait because they really feel like it's doing a good job for them. And the reason that we know that is we asked them a question, which is one of the weirdest questions we've ever asked, and yet people answered it perfectly well, which I'm not sure what it means. We asked them this question of, how hard was the algorithm working for you? Which makes absolutely no sense at all, right? Algorithms, as far as I know yet, don't work for anyone, and they certainly don't care who they're working for. But when we ask people this question, how hard is the algorithm working for you, in the one where it's showing the labor, people say, you know what? That algorithm was really sweating. I mean, I really appreciate everything that algorithm did for me. Thank God I'm using that algorithm. And that perception is what drove them to prefer the one that made them wait longer but showed them the work that it was doing. They're very tightly linked to each other. The other thing it makes you feel is a sense of, and this is also interesting because I'm pretty sure algorithms aren't human, a feeling of reciprocity. So remember the guy who's opening your thing and he's sweating and things like that, and by the time he's done, you pay him the bill, and also you say, wow, that guy really, really worked hard. I should give him a bigger tip. Or why don't I go get him a drink? You feel this sense of reciprocity, like he did something nice for me, now I should do something nice for him. We see, bizarrely enough, again, the same thing with the algorithm, with the website. People actually feel that thing did so much work for me, I kind of owe it. No, it makes no sense. I kind of owe it something, and what can you owe a website? The only thing you can do is buy. The only thing you can do is prefer the website. And that feeling of reciprocity actually predicts how much you want to come back to this as well. So more broadly, if you think about what's happening here, in regular website world where we have a progress bar and we want to deliver things very, very quickly, people are in one mindset. They're in a mindset of, this is an automated service that should go very, very quickly. When we put it in this other mindset of work and labor, it switches people from thinking about an automated service and it's just a website to an actual interaction in a way. It makes it humanizes it, and it makes people start feeling like they owe the website something and the website's working hard for them. And now they actually prefer to wait because waiting kind of shows how hard someone is working for them.